Well, hello. It's Karen McDermott-Rolfe, Independent Advisor with Creative Memories, and I am back with my monthly technique layout and challenge. I'm going to share a scrapbooking technique with you and then challenge all of you to use the technique to make a layout, take a photo, and share your photo of your layout with me on Facebook in my private group Karen's Croppers for an entry into my September door prize drawing. You can find me at Facebook at Karen's Croppers. You can also find me at my blog at karencrops.com to see more layout ideas. And I so appreciate your purchases through my Creative Memories website link at creativememories.com/user/Karen, and it's Karen with a Y. And I also offer a generous customer rewards program. So for this month's technique, I'm going to do something a little bit different. I am going to share a technique with you, but I'm going to share for my layout, I am sharing a sneak peek at one of the exclusive layouts that I've created for my own Virtual Croptoberfest Workshop on September 23rd. For this event, I've used the new Croptoberfest Customer Bundle from Creative Memories to create 4 double-page layouts and 1 single-page layout for a total of 9 total pages for my event. And these layouts are exclusive, you guys. And when I say exclusive, that means I'm not sharing them publicly anywhere else. The only way that you're going to be able to see the rest of these layouts and pages or the instructions is to purchase access to my event on the 23rd. Now, if you can't be with me on the 23rd on Zoom, that's totally fine. Purchase, register anyway, and you'll still get the printable PDF handouts and also recorded video instruction for each of these lovely layouts. So isn't this super cute? I am so excited, you guys, by the layouts that I created. These materials for Croptoberfest are really absolutely beautiful, and I've created some super cute layouts with them. This is 1/2 of a double page spread, so I'm not going to show you what the second page looks like, but I think you get a good idea from this one of how beautiful these layouts are. These layouts are kind of what I call typical Karen layouts. They're going to be layered. There's going to be lots of layers, beautiful layering. There's going to be, I'm going to incorporate the use of some of our tools and show you different ways to use our tools and punches. And I've included some very fine detail. And on this layout, you can see that beautiful pen work on the Leafy Vine Border Punch. There's that fine detail that I used to take this layout over the top by doing the fine detail. So I really hope that you'll join me for my virtual Croptoberfest event, or at least purchase instructions to these layouts. Since they are exclusive, these my instructions are for your personal use only. I'm sorry, but you cannot share those with others. I ask that you please don't share them anywhere on the internet, especially Pinterest. If any of your friends would like to have these instructions, just please direct them to my blog again at karencrops.com to go ahead and purchase their own set of instructions. And like I said, you'll get the printable handouts and the recorded videos. So for this layout here, I've done a double circular border that I punched with our Leafy Vine Border Punch. So in my Facebook group, Karen's Croppers, last week, one of my followers had asked, how do you punch in a circle shape? And so that just got me thinking that I need to do another video to demonstrate that again. This is something that we've been doing for many years. We punch with our border punches in a circle shape and also with our border maker system in the circle shape. And I do have another video here on my YouTube channel that I did with a circular punch using the Dine border punch. The Dine one was the plates with the silverware, and I punched those in the circle to kind of make a Thanksgiving layout. That was really pretty. So you can look in my YouTube channel for that video also for another demonstration. But let's go ahead and punch these and show you how to do it. And that's going to be the technique challenge for this month. I want you to practice this technique so that when you are ready to do my Croptoberfest layouts, you'll be all set to do that. So I'm going to challenge you to, you can do the circular punch using any of the punches or border maker cartridges that you have. Just experiment and then go ahead and share your layout with me on Karen's Croppers and Facebook. So we're going to start out with the custom cutting system and our jumbo circle cutting pattern. And for the larger outside piece, I'm going to be cutting with the blue blade on the outside edge. So this is often a question people ask, what size circle do I start with? Well, most often I think it's the blue blade here on the outside edge is going to work with most of our punches and border maker cartridges. You'll find that there are a few that when you punch around, it's going to meet up perfectly, okay? And sometimes you might have to cut it with the green blade on the outside edge to get that perfect sizing. So it's different for each punch because each punch, the pattern is different. So really, if you really want it to meet up and be perfect, please experiment first with some scrap paper to see what size circle you need to start with, okay? Most often it's the blue on the outside edge, but not always. Now for my layout, I had two pieces. So I had the larger one here and then the smaller one. So for my smaller circular piece, I'm going to use the red blade on the inside edge and I'm going to punch again, or cut again, excuse me. Whoops. Hey, this is a teachable moment right here, guys. I always say, before you move your pattern, make sure that you cut all the way through because it's really hard to line this pattern back up in the exact space you had it and recut it. So you could see that I opted instead just to use my micro tip scissors because I had cut almost all the way through. It was kind of scored and I didn't really have to do much cutting to get that apart. But usually you're going to want to, after you cut it, give your paper a little wiggle to make sure that you cut it all the way through before you take your pattern off. Okay? So now we have the two pieces. So to punch the smaller piece, I'm going to just use the smaller circle first. I'm going to use the Leafy Vine Border Punch. I've opened it and I'm holding it upside down. And I'm just putting it in. And to get started, I'm looking right here at the edge of these leaves, edge of the leaves, in the edge of my cardstock. And it's all kind of lined up. And then I'm going to kind of press it down about halfway or so to engage it, turn it upside down, and punch all the way. That way your debris is going to fall on your table and not clog up the punch. That will be important as you go all the way around. So now we have one punch, and I'm going to insert one punched piece, and I'm going to be looking at this line here where the pattern stopped. And I'm going to be looking at the line down here, my punch, to see where the pattern starts. And I'm just going to do my best to kind of line it up. So I can see here where that little leaf is. I don't want to cut that off, so I'm going to pull it in a little bit so I'm not seeing that leaf. I've got the first punch here, and I'm looking at the edge, and I think I want to rotate it a little bit so these leaves are closer to that outside edge. I'm going to engage it, turn it, and punch it. Okay. Now you'll see that this pattern does not match up perfectly like some of our other punches and border maker cartridges will, but that's okay. We'll talk about that in a minute. So again, for the next punch, I'm looking here. I'm looking where at that paper, the last leaf I punched. I'm going to cover that up. I'm going to rotate it so that my leaves are at the edge of the cardstock, and I'm going to punch. And I'm going to continue to go all the way around doing that. So let me just go ahead and do that. Okay, so you can see right here, you know, it left kind of an awkward transition, and I'm not going to worry about that. I'm going to get an awkward transition with my big one too, And typically what we do when that happens, that is where we place the photo mats to cover up that, okay, where it doesn't meet perfectly. But now you'll see that some of our punches and Border Maker cartridges, you can punch a perfect circle shape and get it really perfect, and you don't have to worry about that. But this is not one of them with the Leafy Vine. Also, it's all around it, you'll see we've got these little triangles where it, you know, it just didn't meet up perfectly. But if you take your microtip scissors and you're just going to cut those little triangles into leaf shapes. See how I cut that off? And then I'm going to just take that little sharp edge around that and turned it right into the leaf. Okay, super easy. Just turn that little triangle into a leaf. I'm going to snip off this little point, and it looks beautiful, and you won't even know it. So again, you can do this with many of our punches where it doesn't meet up perfectly. Just take your scissors and do some trimming to get it to look nice, okay? And no one will even notice this. You know, they'll just assume this is the way that the punch is. Oops, that got kind of pointy there, so I'm going to round it. Kind of wanted things rounded in the leaf shape. Looks like that leaf got the point cut off too. I must not have had the punch exactly right, so I'm just going to, again, take my scissors, kind of make that pointy leaf edge, and kind of round it a little bit. Call that good enough. So I think you guys are getting the idea of how you're just going to trim it a little bit to tidy it up. So I think I've gone all the way around it already. See, it didn't take that long. And now when I look it down here, I can't really even see the place where it was really wonky. It looks pretty good to me, that I don't really feel like there's even a section of this that needs to be covered up. All right, look at what a beautiful wreath that made. All right. Now for the larger piece, I'm going to take this circle ring and I'm going to do the exact same thing. So I'm just going to get it started. I'm looking at the outside edge, punch it, and then I'm going to meet it up again. Meet the punch up, get it on the edge, and go all the way around. I'm still getting the little triangles there in between each where the two punches kind of overlap and meet, but that's okay. We'll trim that with the scissors. Oops. Like I said, you can do this with so many of our different border punches, our Border Maker cartridges. Now this one really had a big gap there. You know, so in this case, you could try cutting a little bit of a smaller circle, maybe using the green blade, and that would bring this in closer together, or even the red blade on the outside edge, and that might eliminate this larger gap. But I'm not worried about that because, you know, again, that's where I'm going to put the photo mats to cover it. And again, I would take the scissors and go around and just tidy up all those the leaves and snip off the triangles. And then you can see how you layer them in together to make the double wreath. So that's your technique. Do a double punched circle, okay? Double punched wreaths. Take a look at what your layout you're working on with the punches that you have and do something double to make a layout, okay? That's your challenge. Take a photo, share it with me in Karen's Croppers. Go to the album section in Karen's Croppers and look for Technique Tuesday number 50. You guys, number 50. This is kind of a little celebration. I have 50 different techniques there in the album section of Karen's Croppers. So what a wealth of information, scrapbooking ideas, inspiration, instructional videos there. So number 50, you guys, awesome. And then you can see it's lovely just how it is. You can leave it, or you could take it over the top and add some pen detail like I did there. Okay. Let's talk about, again, let's go back to the Croptoberfest layouts. So I said when you do my event or you purchase access to the instructions, you're going to get instructions for 4 double-page layouts, 1 single-page layout for a total of 9 pages. And this is 1/2 of a double-page layout, okay? Let me show you the materials that I used for that. You're going to want to purchase the Croptoberfest Customer Bundle from Creative Memories. And I would please get on and order that ASAP. Okay, right now, until Friday at noon Central Time, Creative Memories is offering free shipping. Free shipping is like one of the best promos that we offer. It's one of that my customers love the most, to get free shipping. So when you have a purchase an order of $80 or more, you'll get free shipping. And these Croptoberfest materials have been super popular, have been selling really well. And I would not be surprised if they start to run out and sell out by the end of the week here with the free shipping. So that's why I would recommend that you hop on and order this as soon as you can. So you're going to want to get the Croptoberfest Customer Bundle, and this is what you're going to get. You're going to get a project booklet with some layout ideas from Creative Memories. These layouts, I would say they're kind of beginner level layouts, okay? That's awesome. They're quick, they're easy. They've got the instructions. This is showing ideas here for the laser paper. Now this is an item that sold out within 30 minutes, you guys, when it was first introduced. 30 minutes it sold out. It is going to come back late at the end of the month sometime. We don't have an exact date of when that laser paper will come back. So you can be able to purchase it then if you like it. Some of you might have been able to order it before it sold out. Since I'm assuming that most of you were not able to get the laser paper, I have not used it for my Croptoberfest layouts. And then it gets some border ideas for the cute little owl punch. But you know, you can use this booklet and use it with any materials that you have to make some layouts. You're going to get the super cute little mini embellishment pack. It's got several little, cute little owls in there, titles, some tags for journaling, really cute pieces. You're going to want that, definitely. You're going to want this. This is the accessory paper pack that coordinates with the Croptoberfest kit. The accessory paper pack is only available in the customer bundle. Okay, so that's a reason to get the customer bundle, to get this beautiful accessory pack. You're going to get 6 sheets of double-sided paper, and let me show you what those sheets look like. They're beautiful, you guys, beautiful. And you can see why my layouts turned out so pretty, because we had this beautiful paper to work with. So this is one side, and the second side a nice stripe. So you get 2 sheets of that. This beautiful tree pattern, wood pattern, gorgeous. And then on the back, the cute little owl print. You get 2 sheets of that. Really beautiful light blue plaid. We always love plaid. And a beautiful foliage kind of floral print here. The blue on blues with a little bit of beige in there. Beautiful. 2 sheets of that. You're also going to get the Croptoberfest Project Recipe Kit. Okay. Now this is something you might want to purchase a separate project recipe kit, because it's going to come with instructions from Creative Memories on how to make a couple layouts, 2 double-page layouts. So if you purchase 2, you'll be able to make these suggested layouts from Creative Memories, and you'll be able to create also my Croptoberfest layouts. Okay? So you get those instructions. You're going to get the sheet of super nice stickers. Aren't they cute? Again, more owls, beautiful leaves, feathers, some hearts. Very pretty. You're going to get 2 sheets of this forest paper with the little owl there in the trees. Gorgeous. The back side, equally beautiful. If you can see, there are owls in there with the leaves. So it's so difficult when you have gorgeous paper like this because you love both sides, right? You're trying to decide what to do with it. Well, that's what I did with my layouts, was I used the fronts and the backs so that we can see every bit of all of these beautiful patterns. So I worked, you know, when I design my layouts, I've got that in mind of how we can use both sides of these papers because they're so pretty. So you get 2 sheets of each of those designer papers, and you also get a sheet of white cardstock and a sheet of navy cardstock, okay? And then you're going to get, lastly, a Croptoberfest sampler pack of cardstock. So you're going to get 2 sheets again of each. So let me just show you the colors that are in the cardstock pack. You're going to get 2 sheets of hot fudge, 2 sheets of the baby blue, 2 sheets of navy, 2 sheets of the apricot, and then 2 sheets of this beautiful oatmeal paper. Okay, now the oatmeal cardstock is a heavier weight than the other cardstock. It's a little bit heavier, and it's got some texture to it. It looks a little bit like a craft paper texture. Super nice. And this is an exclusive item that right now it's only available in this Croptoberfest cardstock sampler pack. So if you really love this oatmeal, you could purchase a couple packs of this cardstock so you have more sheets of the oatmeal paper or the oatmeal cardstock, you know, and then it's got these basic colors that you're always going to be able to use. For my layouts, I used additional sheets of navy and hot fudge. So you're going to need some additional extra sheets of both. And I'll be putting the supply list out pretty soon here this week, and you'll know exactly how many sheets extra of these you're going to need, but you're going to need a few extra of each of those colors to do my layouts. Also, to do my layouts, you're going to need, let's see here, you're going to need that field fence border punch and also the Leafy Vine Border Punch. Now, if you don't have these, you can substitute. We've had other fence punches in the past, and we've had other vine punches in the past. But, you know, to get the exact same look here and feel of my layouts that I'm doing, you know, these are the 2 that I used. You know, I hate to have to make you purchase the specific tools to do the layouts. So, you know, definitely you can try to adapt them to use the vine punch that you have and the fence punch that you have. But these are pretty, universal. I've used these a lot. They've both been out for about a year. I've done a lot of layouts with both of these punches, and I think they're good ones. So I do think that these are punches that you would get a lot of use from if you do choose to go ahead and purchase those. I've also used the new little owl punch, and I'm listing that in my supply list as optional, but it makes the cutest little owls. And we've been seeing so many different ways that people are creating the owls. They're putting little hats on the owls. Of course, they're using it for Harry Potter kind of themed layouts and things. I think there's a lot of different things that we can do with the owls, and it's just a super cute, fun little punch. So, you know, again, you can make this layout without the owl on it, and it's going to be just as beautiful. Or you're going to be able to use the embellishments or stickers in place of where I've used the owl punch. Let me just give you a quick little demo here to put an owl together. I've got some cardstock scraps. I'm just going to hold it upside down. So, you know, I could punch it here and get every piece out of the beige, but I don't want every piece out of beige. I just want the owl base. Let's see, the apricot, I want the nose, the little beak. The white is going to be the larger circles for the eyes. So you can see how I'm just kind of positioning it in that place to conserve the cardstock. Conserve my cardstock scraps. That's kind of bad, isn't it? We should just be getting rid of the scraps, but I don't know. I save them, and I'm punching the wings here. Also, with the hot fudge, I wanted the small circle for the eyeball. Now, to put your little owl together, I highly recommend the Precision Point glue pen. It's going to make it so much easier for you guys. So here I'm going to assemble the eyes. I'm going to put a dot of glue on the brown eyeball there, kind of picks it up, and then I'm going to place it on the white eye base. And then the same with my second little one. So when it has that glue, see how it lifts it up? It's kind of like the lifter sticks that we've seen. Now to place, whoops, it's stuck to my fingers. Then I'm just going to place little dots of glue there where the eyes would go. And you know, you can get different expressions with the owl depending on how you place the eyeballs. You can put, you know, I've got the brown portion there of the eyeball just down, but if you had them up instead or looking to one side, or you can have them more kind of cross-eyed, you're going to get different looks for the owl. Again, make it really cute. And you can think about using designer paper, you know, for your owl pieces, and think again how cute the owl would look with different patterned papers as the base. It's going to give it some texture and interest. Yeah. There it is. That's where I want it. And then I'm going to put some glue here where the leaves are going to go, or the leaves, the wings. And again, you could do different things with the wings to kind of going down, or you can have them pointing out like he's kind of in flight to do different things with. So he goes together really quick. You know, it's only a few pieces and he's quick to make. And then I would use foam squares to put him on your layout so you get a little dimension and a little pop. Okay? All right, everybody. Thanks for visiting with me today. Get out your punches and try to punch some circle pieces to create a layout. And again, share it with me on Facebook in Karen's Croppers for an entry into my September door prize drawing. And I sure hope that you can join me on September 23rd for my virtual Croptoberfest event. And if you can't be live with me on Zoom on the 23rd, that's just fine. Register anyway, and you'll still have access to all the instructional handouts, the instructional videos, and I will have a private Facebook group for the event where we'll do some sharing, do some fun and games, and you'll be able to see each other's layouts there. So again, to register for my virtual Croptoberfest event, please go to KarenCrops.com, Karen with a Y, KarenCrops.com, that's my blog, and right there you'll find a link to register for that event. All right, everyone, have a great week. Thanks so much.